Welcome to collecting my childhood. Today I will be showcasing Dragon Ball Super Gashapon Collection Series 2. First up is Master Roshi's shell and staff. These figures all come with their own nameplates just like the first series. This takes me back to Goku and Krillin's initial training with Roshi, and the turtle shells they were made to wear. I like how Goku continued to employ this method of training with weighted clothing as he got older. It was especially impactful in Goku's fight against Tien at the 23rd World Tournament. When I was a kid, I tried to imitate this type of training by putting rocks in my pockets. The next figure is the pot of Senzu beans. I've always wanted to try one of these in real life, and thought that lima beans kind of resemble them being green, although I've never really cared for them. They are my least favorite bean to eat, and pretending that they were Senzu beans was the only way that I was able to eat them as a kid when my mom made it for dinner. My sister gave me a pouch of Senzu sour candies last Christmas that were quite tasty. They kind of tasted like the green apple flavor of Haichu. Let's move on to my favorite figure from this series, the Deborah cookie. This feels like the most creative thing from Dragon Ball Z to make a figure of, and is definitely one of the deeper cuts from the show to pull from. In all honesty, the Boo saga is my least favorite from the show, and I was never a fan of Deborah's design, so I wasn't too heartbroken when he got eaten by Boo. I did like that Deborah used magic and a sword, but thought that it was a missed opportunity to have a sword fight between him and Gohan using the Z sword. The cookie figure itself looks great, and makes me want to eat gingerbread. The last figure I have is Trunks' sword, which is probably the coolest to see from this series. If I could only have one figure from this series, I would probably want this one. The hilt of the sword is detachable, and can be placed inside the sheath alternatively. I would have preferred that the sheath actually fit over the sword, but this is still a fun little detail that they didn't have to add for this figure. I appreciate that Bandai went the extra mile on this figure, as it also has the most parts out of all of them. A display stand consisting of 3 clear pieces acts as a rack meant to hold the sheath on the bottom rack, and sword on the top rack. The figure fully assembled and displayed looks awesome. Trunks is one of my favorite characters, and may have the best, most memorable introduction scene in Dragon Ball Z. The Scouters are 2 figures from this series that I was not aware of when I bought these on eBay. I think the seller should have disclosed that it was an incomplete set, but it's also my own fault for not doing more research. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you collect these too.